Well, let's talk some business now. Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has called on African countries and global investors to scale up investments in the energy space, warning that sustainable development and economic growth will remain unattainable without reliable and expanded energy infrastructure. President made the call at the opening of the Night Energy Summit in Abuja at the presidential villa, which brought together policymakers, investors, and energy experts from across the continent to discuss Africa's energy future. Helen Osamide Kings reports.
The International Energy Summit serves as a platform for policymakers, investors and industry experts to assess progress, exchange ideas and mobilize investments aimed at strengthening energy infrastructure, expanding access and promoting sustainable development across Africa. The Nigerian government has continued to push for policy reforms, regional cooperation and increased private sector investments to close the energy access gap and drive economic growth within the region. At the 9th edition of the summit, President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, urged African governments to adopt policies that encouraged innovation, collaboration and private sector participation in the energy sector to meet rising demands.
Nigeria stands ready to collaborate with Africa, global partners and the private sector to deliver energy that is secure, affordable, cleaner, and inclusive.
The challenge before us is to translate this natural endowment into inclusive growth, local value addition, and decent jobs for our young and growing population.
Other speakers at the summit acknowledged that recent reforms in the energy sector are yielding positive results, including increased crude oil production and renewed investors' confidence.
Africa imported about 120 billion worth of hydrocarbon in the year 2025. This staggering capital, could have very well been saved. And that is one of the reasons why we launched the West African Reference Market, so that if Dangote and others are able to, capture just 20% of that market.
An emerging global energy powerhouse with the responsibility to power Africa's rise and contribute meaningfully to the rest of Africa and to the global stability.
The summit themed Energy for Peace and Prosperity, Securing Our Shared Future, highlighted Africa's push towards financial autonomy with discussions on the handover of the African Energy Bank to Nigeria. Helen Osamide Kings, TVC News, Abuja.